All right, today, power. That's the lesson for today. We're going to go through a quick review of the content in terms of the theoretical, and then we're going to start using the power idea in four different examples. These are the four things we're going to learn today: what it means to talk about power, what is power, and then how quickly work or energy is transferred, and then how to calculate power using different formulas, and that is actually the same formula, is just that we can replace one thing with another thing that they are equal to each other, and then how power applies to real world situation. Okay, first thing, here is the definition. Power measures the rate of doing work. That is it, how fast you can do the work. Okay, it's just the rate. So how fast energy is transferred is another way of looking at it. The key equation for power is this right here. P is equal to W over T, and P is power, the unit is watts. The W is work in joules, and we know what work is. Remember, work was force times distance, and also work was change in kinetic energy. Okay, it can also be mgh, gravitational potential energy. So this is what we're talking about when you're dealing with different formula for power, because you can replace W work with any of these three other equal values. Okay, here it is, and remember the units, they have to stay the same, and it is another form which is W equal to E. This E is your energy, so potential kinetic energy, and remember it's interchangeable. We can use that, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, what is 1 watt? This is the unit of power. 1 watt, because it's a rate, is the energy transferred 1 joule per second. That's what that is. So 1 joule of energy is transferred in 1 second. That's called 1 watt. And it's usually we use watt is very small. So kilowatt or megawatt is the thing that we use often. And here is three important notes I wrote here for you. Power is not energy. Be careful with that, as common mistake that the student make. And then, of course, energy is the quantity of work, and power is just the speed of energy transfer. And then more power, what does that mean? That means you're doing the work faster. So faster energy transfer, and of course, the work is done quicker. This is why we have a machinery to do the regular work in construction or in mining or anything else, even the car that we're driving. This, the power increases, therefore the work done is quicker. Okay, instead of, for example, digging a ditch with a shovel, that's going to take us about a year. With the backhoe, he's going to come in and he's going to do it in 10 minutes. Okay, that's what that is. Okay, and then number three, watts can become very large, as I explained. So we got to use the prefix for unit kilo, with 1,000 watts. That's kilowatt, and megawatts 1,000,000 watts. All right, let's start with the first example. Here is the first example. Very basic power. A machine does 2,400 joules of work in 8 seconds. Find the power output. So as usual, we're going to write down what we do know. So we have the work, 2,400 joules. We have the time, which is 8.0 seconds. The units are good. We don't have to change the units. And then we're going to plug it into this formula, which is the power formula, and then we'll get the answer. So power is equal to 2,400 joules divided by 8.0 seconds. And in here, power will be 300 watts. Okay, so that's the answer to that one. Let's look at another question. Just to explain one more thing, you can also write this as, instead of 300 watts, it would be 300 W. But I want to make sure that you don't make a mistake with the W of work and watts. But W is the unit, and you don't have to put the watts in there. Okay, so this doesn't have to be watts. Example 2, we got a motor produces 1,500 watts of power. So this time we have 1,500 watts. We are writing things that we do know. And we do know that the work is done is giving you 9,000 joules based on that. And we want to know how long will it take. So this problem is a problem of finding time. So we have to manipulate this equation, solve for t. And to do that, you just replace p and t, w divided by p. So that would be the new equation. And then I'll plug in the values in there. So time is equal to 9,000 joules divided by the 1500 watts. And time will be 6.0 seconds. So that's how long will it take. All right, let's look at another question. In this example, a student lifts a 20 kg box vertically 2.5 meters in 1.2 seconds. Find the power produced. So, okay, let's write up what we do know. M is equal to 20 kg. We know that the height or the distance is 2.5 meters. We know the time, 1.2 seconds. And the question is, what is the power? Now, having said that, do we know what W is, the work is? We still don't know what the work is either. But this information that is given to us, the height is given to us, and notice that is lifting. There is a lifting there. That means you are using the network, which is actually your gravitational potential energy, is lifting it up. That means you have to use the MGH. That's your work now. Okay. So instead of work, which is force times distance, we're going to use this force times distance. Remember, force was ma, the first two, this part mg, that's your force F, and then the h is your d. Okay, so it is work actually. So that's what we're going to do to find work first. So let's do that. W is equal to 20 kg per second squared and 2.5 meters. Excellent. Do the math. Let's find out what the W is. And we get 490 joules. Okay, now that we got this, now we're going to go back and use the power. So power is equal to work divided by time. That's equal to, and then we're going to plug in the numbers, 490 joules divided by the time was 1.2 seconds. And we do the math, we'll get that is 408 watts. So this is the power that is generated by that student's lifting that box 2.5 meters in 1.2 seconds. Okay? All right, let's look at another example. Okay, we have a 1200 kg car accelerates from rest to 20 meters per second in 5 seconds, and we want to find the average power output. I put in there the power formula. Let's write up what we do know. So here are the information that we do have. We want to find for power, but again, in this formula, we're not having the W, the work. So first we have to find what work is. But notice that this question talking about the moving car. So moving, that's kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is the work. The network is the changing kinetic energy, right? So what we have is, and it says the initial velocity, which is 0 meters per second. So you don't have any initial kinetic energy, but you have a final kinetic energy. And remember that when we do the delta kinetic energy, changing kinetic energy is the kinetic energy final minus kinetic energy initial. Now, kinetic energy initial is 0 joules. We don't have to worry about that. So we just have to calculate the kinetic energy final, which is the same as net work. So let's go ahead and do that. We have the kinetic energy, delta Ke is equal to 1/2. M is 1200. I'm using kg. I'm using this formula, which is kinetic energy equals to 1/2 mv squared. That's what I'm using. Okay. So now multiply it by 20 meters per second squared. Very good. Now we're going to do the math, and you get 240,000 joules for the changing kinetic energy, and or we can say 240 kilojoules. That's 240 kilojoules, and that is your network. Okay, let's use the 240,000 joules, and then we're going to go ahead and plug into the power formula. So we want to find what power is. Power is W divided by T. So here we're going to put in 240,000 joules divided by, and then time that took was 5 seconds. So 5.0 seconds. So the power will be is 48,000 watts, or we can say 48 kilowatts. Okay, that's the power for this system. It's been generated. Excellent. Let's look at now. They're going to put it together, put a summary for the lesson. Here are some notes, common student mistakes. So remember, power and energy, the difference between the two is that power is only the rate, how fast you're doing the work. All right, so don't make a mistake, don't confuse them. And then, of course, make sure you're staying within the units. Okay, SI units. Now, kilowatt is not the actual SI, the main basic units. Okay, watt is. At the very end, you can change that to kilowatt when you do have the question, or maybe the question is given to you by kilowatt. You have to change that to watts first and then do the calculations and then go through it that way. The other thing is that make sure you always calculate work first. And again, work can show up into three. Actually, there's one more here, right? W is equal to 1/2 mv squared, and this is the network, and this is the changing kinetic energy, by the way. And here is the formula probably is going to be given to you in the formula sheet. It's done in Canada is like that. We give formula sheets to our students to do the problems even during the test. And then, of course, more power. What does that mean? Okay, intuitively, that means you work faster, and then faster energy transfer, and power again tells us how fast the work is done. Now, the machine with more power does the same work in less time. That's exactly what it is. Remember the analogy I gave you? Okay, if you grab a shovel and start digging a ditch, in comparison to a backhoe coming in, which one will do the work faster? Obviously, right? Okay, so make sure you go through these ones again, and don't forget to check out the quiz in the description below and check out the next video in this series. Okay, until next time.